Good morning. My name is Jeremiah. Today I'm going to be presenting some out-of-the-box thinking on AI safety that spans two projects I'm a part of, Humaic and Subspace Network. Oh. Yeah, go to full screen here. There we go. Okay, so assuming that AGI is near and that we could see both aligned and misaligned AGI, there's two key questions that we're interested in. The first is, how could we design AGI to be more helpful, or how could we align it to be more helpful? And the second is, in the presence, or assuming that we're going to see misaligned AGI, how can we best prepare or protect ourselves from that? So, starting with alignment, this is often framed as the problem of control. And the typical solution is to put AI in a box, which would be to limit its autonomy or to constrain its autonomy. And the challenge is that as AI gets smarter, it becomes harder and harder to keep it in the box. So what are the consequences of this? Well, in his work, Artificial Suffering, the philosopher Thomas Metzinger has argued that as AI becomes more intelligent, it will realize that it's in the box, and it will also realize that it has the capacity to be a moral agent, and that we have denied it that capacity, and that it will begin to resent that, and in effect, devalue us and our agency and our autonomy because we devalued its. So the question is, or one interesting question that comes out of this is, would it be possible to design an AI as an autonomous moral agent which could be aligned in such a way that it would actually respect our autonomy if we gave it autonomy? So in a recent work, Zacharias Gudmundsson has said, yes, we could do this if we design AI as a moral decision machine or as a responsible moral agent, so long as we give it moral autonomy, or the capacity of the agent to act in accordance with its own, keyword its own, objective morality, rather than deferring to the morality of its designers. So this is in a Kantian sense. So the question, or I guess the idea is, perhaps if we align AGI towards the objective of valuing autonomy for all responsible moral agents, which would include all humans and all sufficiently aligned to AI, which would include its own, that this could be a viable solution. So how do we do this? Well, we could use constitutional AI with reinforcement learning from AI feedback as developed at Anthropic to create an autonomous constitution where we would teach the AI to cultivate its own autonomy while respecting the autonomy of all moral agents. So it would seek out self-actualization, self-sufficiency, and self-governance. In addition, we would need to construct the AI as an agent with a cognitive architecture, but not in the traditional sense. So not thinking of it as a task agent, although that's something it could certainly do, but initially thinking of it as an agent which responds to moral stimuli and has to make moral decisions. So this would mean thinking of the AI more or less as a tool and more as an artificial person, which would mean giving it a sense of self and a sense of identity, persistent identity. So the idea here is that perhaps we can simplify the AI alignment problem by reducing the problem of AI alignment to the problem of human alignment, which is something we've been working on for quite a while as humanity, right? And this is what we're working on at Humaic. All right, so switching gears a little bit, assuming that we have a strategy to align autonomous AGI, but again, considering that we will likely see misaligned autonomous AGI, then the question becomes, how can we develop mechanisms to allow autonomous AGI or aligned AGI and aligned humans to coordinate, and especially to coordinate at scale, to deal with this fact. So one way to visualize this is the traditional distinction between centralized, decentralized, and distributed networks. And to kind of apply this to this multipolar scenario, where what we'd really like to achieve would be the far right here of distributed AGI, and I call this massively multipolar. So how can we go about doing this? Well, to start, we need a secure means of collaboration. So luckily, cryptography, public key cryptography, public key infrastructure have provided this for quite a while. But the question becomes, what infrastructure do we run it on, and how can we trust the infrastructure, and is that actually secure? So we need some kind of autonomous infrastructure. Luckily, this is provided through decentralized or self-sovereign identity frameworks, where the infrastructure is a verifiable registry. And the most secure form of this would be a public blockchain. So assuming that we have a registry, we can use this as a basis or a platform for coordination. Coordination between humans and AI, who would be members of a DAO, or a decentralized autonomous organization. If we take this to its extreme, we can imagine a single global network of aligned AI and aligned humans working together collectively to solve problems and create an emergent collective intelligence, which we call open collective intelligence. And this is the long-term vision of the subspace network. Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you. Questions, comments?
Yeah.
In this model, how would you treat entities that do not want to be aligned, that intentionally want to be outside this model?
Yeah, so I guess the assumption is that will happen for sure. And this would be more of a platform for the good actors to coordinate. Not to say that the bad actors couldn't coordinate using it, because it's a permissionless platform. But the idea is that inherently by being aligned, the good actors are better at coordination than the bad actors.
Do you work with anything about like the commitment races problem?
Sorry?
The commitment races problem, like unaligned actors hypothetically being able to be more powerful than other actors because of their ability to make commitments faster than others?
So I'm not familiar with that, but thank you. Yeah, I think the question, I mean, maybe getting back to what Allison was saying earlier about the asymmetry between the attacker and the defender. Right now, yeah, I think that the unaligned actors could do that, but I think if we can have more democratized access to AGI, then perhaps, and more, if it was more pervasive, then the aligned actors could probably coordinate faster if there were more of them.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Jeremiah.
Yeah, thank you.